limits of YouTube poop. Now this YTP collab is a tad different, so keep your eyes and ears peeled.
Oh, okay. You say so.
Now, I hear you wonder what the source of the collab will be. Well, I got you covered, because every single source that's going to be featured in this collaboration is linked in a Google Doc in the description below in this video. Your entry's main sources can list from one or every single source if you really feel like it. Just please don't use anything outside of this list. Just don't. It'll just only ruin the structure if I'm going to be honest. Just please don't do it.
Please don't.
If you're also having difficulties obtaining a certain source material, you can ask me on any platform and I'll give you a download link to get your source in crispy high definition.
This is illegal, you know.
Shit! Now then, onto the runtime of the entry itself. For me, I wouldn't really mind if your entry is around 30 seconds or as long as every single Lord of the Rings movie combined. That's around 12 hours, by the way. As long as your entry has good quality control, runtime doesn't really matter too much. Though, if you do want an estimation on what a nice runtime is, I suggest around 3.5 minutes. Just please don't pass my 30-minute entry.
Please don't.
I imagine that you're going to be quite intimidated on how your style is going to be presented in the collab, but try not to be. This collaboration is meant to express the different, unique styles of what YouTube Poop has to offer to everybody. There's fast, slow, psychedelic, story-based, YTP MVs, there's everything. And please, try not to be so worked up on how it is going to look in the collab. If you feel stuck, you can always reach out to me for guidance. Some of you also might be a bit startled on how good your YTPs are going to be in the collaboration. I of course advise you to try and make the best entry as possible for the collab, as I and many others want this to be a great product. But please try to have a limit on your tolerance on working on this entry, because it's only going to make you stressed out, and I just want this to be smooth sailing for everybody. And you can also reach out to me to ask for certain techniques, like masking, panning, audio effects. If you still feel uncertain about certain or all parts of your entry, I can just re-edit it for you. I'll also have tutorials for each potential technique you'd like to learn yourself, though Sony Vegas is what I'm mainly capable of. You can also search up tutorials from other YouTubers if your editing software doesn't apply to mine, which also leads me to my next rule. If you want to participate in this collaboration but you don't feel like you have the skills to make a YTP yourself, you can also write ideas and I'll put them into the collab myself. And you'll also be in the credits for the final collab, though giving me an entry to reference from is quite recommended. Oh, that's it for this rule? Okay. Now, I recommend sending your entry without a watermark.
How do we get recognised by other people, you competent bastard?
Well, I want you to send your watermark as a separate file so I can add your watermark in the editing of the collaboration, as it'll be easier for me to re-edit it in the final collab so I can position it, resize it, rotate it so it can fit with all of the other people's watermarks in the collaboration. And if you don't have a watermark, you can ask me to make one in a certain style. And when your entry's finished to render, I'd recommend doing it around 720p, but don't seem like this is mandatory. So for instance, if you have a Harold Macintosh G3, it's probably better to keep it at a lower quality. Harold had to learn it the hard way.
Yes! My video is finally complete!
And when you're happy to upload your entry, make sure it's unlisted until the collaboration comes out, as it can spoil the experience for certain viewers waiting for the collab to come out. There is none.
Wait,
I'm joking.
how could you lie to me like that?
I don't really have a finalised deadline for the collab, as I know this is going to be a massive hassle for me. Probably going to take about 2 years if I'm going to be honest. When I feel happy and satisfied with my entry, I'll start work on the collaboration and stop accepting entries and sign-ups for the collaboration. If you feel paranoid on when you can start and finish making your entry, the best way to know would be on my community tab on my YouTube channel to see how much progress I've done with my entry so far. I'm complete with about 2.5 minutes of my entry so far, so that leaves you plenty of time to start and finish an entry, and I cannot wait to see what you can create.
Nice one.
Just please make sure you are having an abundance of fun whilst making your entry, because I hope that this can spark you to create an amazing piece for everybody to see. Happy pooping!